Picking right up where we left off in part 6A, now that the table's set, back to that letter. When you look at the list, you're looking at the sport. Not a faction. It's the whole fucking flotilla. And I use that word intentionally because by all accounts and measures, the sport needs a massive cash infusion. Anything short of that, all the talk and whiteboarding and hand raising and politicking are basically efforts in futility. It's a reshuffling the deck chairs on the Titanic situation. And those aren't my words. Since this series came out, I've spoken to over a dozen people in the know across varying levels and stations in the business of professional skiing. From the very top of national federations and people inside their boards to people on the ground overseeing and running the day-to-day. And yes, I've even heard from FIS emissaries, including one from Mr. Eliash's camp itself. In every corner, on every text, on every phone call, on every DM with Johnny Knows Something, the refrain's been the same. More cash, more transparency, less opaqueness, less old guard gatekeeping and bullshit, with the kicker, and this is where everything appears to fall apart, that the right people are in place to allocate and deploy that cash to grow the sport and make it competitive, instead of quickly becoming a laughingstock when benchmarked with its peers. What the athletes and officials who signed were asking for was simple. They were down with CVC, and probably OPP too. I mean, who wasn't? In part 4 of this series, I broke down what CVC is and what they were offering besides money, a proven playbook. The athletes were just asking for a partner who'd done this before. Makes total sense. And the letter came with receipts. It said FIS had made progress in digital areas, but had failed meaningfully on commercial development, marketing, and here's the part that should land differently when you know who signed it, prize money. These are not athletes complaining from the outside. These are the athletes whose faces are on the marketing materials, whose wins fill the highlight reels, whose names FIS uses in every pitch to every broadcaster. FIS lipsticked that pig by saying private equity returns are structurally incompatible with democratic governance. Is it a principled governance position? Yes. But is it also true that saying no kept every commercial decision about skiing's future in the hands of the person who already owns a key piece of the ski equipment industry? Also yes. Both things can be true. And what's come to light in recent articles and from speaking with the people at the very top of the sport is that their grievances are more than just conflicts of interest. There's also concern about dramatic financial decline, lack of transparency, and weak governance and decision making. Omar did say, you come at the king, you best not miss. And as we learned in 8 Mile, you only get one shot. What I keep coming back to is something more simpler than governance theory, though. The people who actually ski for a living said publicly, we want this. But the answer was no. And the reason given was democracy. Kinda ironic. In the next video of this series, I'm gonna zoom all the way out and ask a question that reframes everything we've covered. Because it turns out, skiing might not have been the whole point. I ski a lot and think about it when I'm not. Follow for more. Occasional Tony Soprano references included.